I want a country with no money. No stores. Stores are always closing one after the other. Because of the Civil War, there are almost no stores. So where are we going to buy things from? Let's build a factory, a cooperative, a commune. Let's build a factory, a cooperative, a commune. Let's build a factory, a cooperative, a commune. Let's build a factory, a cooperative, a commune.
I Want a Country is a play written by Greek playwright Andreas Florakis, and it's a story about a group of citizens who are trying to find refuge in another country. So whenever I direct a play, I try to ask myself, what's the main theme of this play? This play is about mobility. And I was thinking, I need to find an aesthetical form that would match with this theme. And immersive theater came as the right answer.
People! People! This is the moment you've been waiting for. The boat is here. The coast is clear. Let's go! Let's go!
Will you come with me, please?
Single file.
This is the type of story that's not really told, or if it is told, it's kind of like brushed over. Like you see stories about refugees every day and people kind of just ignore it. But the immersive experience really makes it like something that you can ignore, to be like, this is really happening to people. People are really experiencing this, and now you're experiencing it too.
It was a no-brainer to join in a collaboration of this kind, and an exceptional model for the kind of interaction that the SIM is interested in having with the various schools and programs. One of the unique things about what the SIM brought to the project was that we also incorporated cave-like technology of immersive simulations in which a person stands within a space and is surrounded by the virtual environment.
My role in this production entailed designing all the tents, picking out all the props that were used by the actors and audience members, working with Alan to create his concept of the boat, and then designing and making the small baby puppet and the big boy puppet. For the longest time, I only had a script that was just lines, and when it came to the boat, Alan kind of told me the material that he wanted to use and like roughly the placement of it, and then we had a couple drafts.
It can be responsive to the cast, to the director and the queuing system for when certain events should happen. It's not only that benefit of the flexibility for the production process, but incorporating that aspect of responsive animation, of interaction, that it allows for that communication that happens between the cast or the audience and what is happening on the screen.
This added a level of immersion for the actors that they've never really experienced before, because they were really close to the action. It was really realistic to them, and it really took them away from the book work that they had been doing for like most of the rehearsal process.
When there's projection mapping there, they are like, oh, we are here. We just need to work out our emotions and what we have to be doing to convey the story without thinking about the other elements that we usually would worry about. It was very effective in delivering the experience in that regard. This was my real first directorial debut where I'm using projection mapping, but I feel like it's opening up a new territory for me to explore, and I would be so eager to do that again.
I'll definitely bring this experience with me into the future because it really made me think about technology in a different way and projections in a different way. This is not my first time scenic designing, but it's my first time scenic designing with projections being such a major element. So it definitely makes me consider it more and like thinking about how that can aid in storytelling versus it just being like an additive thing later on in the process.
There's no recipe that if you have specific elements, you would have a specific or successful collaboration. At an institution like the University of the Arts, this is the place for collaborators to come together, converse, dialogue, and find solutions to achieve successful collaboration.
The strength of the visual and performing arts programs here and the interest in incorporating these new ideas and approaches into what they do I think creates a unique relationship and opportunity that is not often found at other institutions.
I just like talking about how I made the puppet, but I don't think that's important to what this is.